Hello, this is Mr. Painter with another fabulous IXL tutorial. Today we're working on O.16 alternate interior and alternate exterior angles. Alright, so today we need to know two definitions. We're going to look at the two definitions that are to the right side. So our first definition is looking at alternate interior angles. So before we get started, you got to understand that a transversal is a line that intersects two other lines. So for instance, in our diagram here, notice from H to A, it's a transversal because it goes through both parallel lines. Now, for the definition of alternate interior angles, two angles that are formed by a transversal crossing the two lines are alternate interior angles if they are between the two lines and are on opposite sides of the transversal, but not adjacent. Seems like a mouthful. So let's take a look at the diagram. I think the diagrams would be helpful. So take a look at the angle that's in green here, as well as the angle that's in purple over here. Notice that both angles have the same amount of degrees. The word interior means on the inside of the parallel lines. So for an example, line F to H and line C to E, between those two lines are considered the interior. The word exterior, which we're going to get to in a minute, is anything outside of those lines that are not between those lines. So when we're looking at ulterior and interior angles, we are looking at the two angles that are across from each other on the inside with the same amount of degrees. Now, looking at our next definition, alternate exterior angles are the angles that land outside the two parallel lines. In this case, angle J and angle M. Also note that they're congruent and are the same. That means they're the same opening and they are alternating, which means they're on the exact opposite side. All right, let's take a look at our first question and see if we can make this happen. All right, so we're going to start with our first one, EFH. So we're going to go EFH compared to DCA. So DCA. All right, now these two are alternate exterior angles. Notice they are congruent, they are the same opening, and they're on the outside. So right away, our first definition works. All right, here we go. Our next problem, we are looking for which angles are alternate interior angles. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first one and see if they're on the inside and if they're on the opposite sides. So NOR, perfect, on the inside, and QRO, so QRO. So this doesn't work because notice that QRO has a smaller opening compared to NOR. So the first one doesn't work. All right, let's go ahead and check our next. All right, here we go. We got NOR, so that's the orange line, compared to POM, so POM. Okay, now comparing our two orange angles, notice they are the same, which means congruent. But the problem with this POM angle is that it's on the outside, and the outside is going to imply exterior. So that are not alternate interior angles. All right. So the second one did not work. Let's try the third one. Let's try NOR compared to QRT. So we're looking for Q. Here we go. QRT. Same problem as the second one down. QRT lands on the outside of the parallel line, so therefore they're not alternate interior angles. Now our last one has to be the correct answer because we're running out of options here. So we have NOR compared to SRO. That works perfect. So again, that angle there is congruent to that angle there, and they're also both on the interior. So that works out nice. All right, we got our next tutorial here. We got line RT, which is parallel to Q, which is parallel to UW. All right, we are looking for alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, let's go ahead and start with our first angle here. We're going to compare RSV. S to V. Okay, nice. Compared to UVS. U to V to S. Now, although they're both on the inside, they're not congruent. So that's not going to work. Now, as I take a look at this problem here, I want to make a distinction here that every single one of these starts with the same angle. So RSV. So instead of trying to compare each one separately, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and clear the board and just find the one that should match RSV, because it should be one of these four here. So again, they're all RSV. So RSV, 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 RSV. They're all the same. So RSV. So in order for RSV to have an alternate interior angle, it must match either SVW or vice versa, WVS. So I'm looking for a WVS, which is right there. So I think this is going to help us speed along our IXL by using this kind of trick. And it did work real nice. Okay, same thing. We are looking at HIG, 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 HIG. So HIG, HIG, because we're looking for alternate exterior angle, has to be NLM because it's across and on the outside. So we're looking for NLM into any of these. So no, MLN. That's it right there. So the third one down will be our correct solution. Okay, we got our next one. We got line CE is parallel to FH. And we're going to go ahead and compare CDG because they're all CDGs. So CDG is CD to G. So that's an alternate interior angle. And to match that, we should be getting something like HGD. And there it is right there. All right, which angles are alternate exterior angles? All four of them have MLN. So MLN. Which the alternate exterior angle has to be HIG, because again, it's on the outside, on the other side, with the same congruent opening. So HIG right there. Picking up pace right now, doing pretty good. So again, we're just using our first one. Look at, they're all TSUs. TSU, 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 TSU. So we're just going to find TSU, TSU. And because we're looking for alternate exterior angle, it has to be OPN because it's on the opposite side with the same congruent angle. So I'm looking for O, P, and N, and I found it right there. All right, next one, we got ST and Q. ST and Q. So STQ, 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 STQ. So STQ. So it looks like we should have alternate interior angle. Okay, we do. And opposite of S should be RQT. So that angle there is equivalent or congruent to that angle there. So RQT is what we're looking for. RQT is right there. All right, Smart Score 65, 8 questions later. We're doing really good on that one. Let's go ahead and take off that last circle. There we go. All right, we are looking for XWY on all four of them. So we have XWY compared to STR because we're looking for alternate exterior angles. So outside of the two parallel lines. So STW. Ooh, why am I saying STW? STR. I noticed that right here. There's my S and T. But because that last one's R, STR is the correct answer. So that's good. All right. Which angles are alternate interior angles? So we're looking for angles on the inside. We got M, N, and Q's. So M, N, and Q compared to should be R, Q, and N to have the same angle. R, Q to N. R, Q, N. There it is right there. R, Q, N. Nice. All right, we got our next one. Ooh, they made it just a little bit harder. Notice that they have removed all four options starting out with the same angle. So now we're going to compare, just like we started out this tutorial, one by one to see if it works, because they're all different. Makes it a little bit more difficult, but yeah, it's the same thing. So here we go. We'll start with GFC compared to BCA. Nope, it doesn't work because those are not alternate interior angles. Okay. BCA is an exterior angle. So no on the first one. Second one, let's try EFH. EF to H. Right away, that is not an interior angle because we're looking for interior. Right away, that gave us an exterior angle. So the second one down does not work. Going to the third one, we got DCH. DC, and looking for H. DCH is all the way over here. Interesting. It is on the inside. It is interior. But let's see if... Oh, DCA. I said H. All right. Here we go. DCA. So DCA, same problem. We're looking for interior. That's an exterior angle. So by default, this has to be an exterior angle. The last one has to be an interior angle. Okay, last one. Even I'm stumbling because alternate interior, exterior, so much of it. It can get kind of confusing. But we're only looking for one or two concepts, right? So IHF compared to JKM. Let's see, JKM. That's perfect. JKM. And there we go. That concludes our fabulous tutorial for O.16. The fabulous of the alternate interior and exterior angles. Like I said, you can kind of get them mixed up, but once you get the idea in your mind, it's really not that bad.